Hey you guys, so today I'm gonna rank the March 2024 movies. So let's get started. So in last place is sadly Ricky Stenicki. It's an okay film, but you understand why it's straight to streaming. Zac Efron tries his best with the script. Same thing with John Cena. It's just the script is not that good. The talent is kind of wasted, and yeah, it's just it was okay, but yeah, it just it kind of disappointed me a little bit, but I still enjoyed it enough that I liked it more than some films this year, but it's not that great either. At number 7, The Thundermans Return. I was actually really looking forward to this film, but then it kind of worried me a little bit with only being an hour long. But it was still really good. It reminded me of the young when I was younger, when I used to watch Thundermans like every single day. That and Henry Danger. But yeah, it just reminded me that if I didn't like it, it probably would have been last. But I love the Thundermans. But now at number 6 is Kung Fu Panda 4. This film is really good, but it did disappoint me a lot. If you would have told me this would have been the film that would have happened right after Kung Fu Panda 4, 8 years later, Kung Fu Panda 3, I would have probably been really more disappointed. But again, this is a kid's film, so it's supposed to be lighthearted, but it does kind of disrespect the rest of the movies, in my opinion. But the dad storyline's good. I liked how they're making Po like all grown up, but they kind of did. The villain really didn't have much of a character, and they brought back Tai Lung and the rest of the crew for pretty much nothing. And the Furious Five, you could tell, were missing a lot. But on to number 5, which is Godzilla X Kong, which it's a really good film, but I like the story with Kong and Godzilla, but it did. But the human storyline is what made me kind of miss it a little bit. But it's not a bad human storyline. It's just not the best either. But on to my number 4, which is Arthur the King, which I really enjoyed this movie, and it's just a really fun time at the theaters. I was going to put Godzilla over this, but I remember this one I felt more emotionally attached to than Godzilla, and I just got out of Godzilla, so it may get up more as of now because I just watched it the day I'm filming this. Arthur the King is still a little bit better. But at number 3 is Roadhouse. I think this movie would have done really good in theaters because it is the most streamed movie on Amazon. And I think one of the most streamed movies made for streaming ever. I'm pretty sure about that because it has like 50 million views. That means it would have got about at least $50 million then, most likely. Maybe. But yeah. But I really enjoyed this film. Jake Gyllenhaal did a brilliantly good performance in this. But it just felt like some stuff was like, it felt like it could have been a little bit longer. And that's saying something because I kind of hate long films, but this film kind of felt like it needed a little bit more characters, so you can understand the characters a little bit more. But I really enjoyed this film. I watched it like it released at 3, about 13 hours after it released because I had school. But if I didn't have school, I would have done it after like 2 hours it was released. But yeah. But now on to my number 2, which is probably a hot take to some people, but it's Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. But it's just it's a great film, kind of. But if like you're not a Ghostbusters fan, you won't like it. This is a really good film, but there is some stuff missing because of the way they took the story. Because they took the story to a place where I was like, oh, that's where they're deciding to do this by making Phoebe become friends with the ghost. But I did like it, but it's just it's like I wish we got more screen time with the rest of the people than just Phoebe and her ghost friend. But I did enjoy this because Busty makes me feel good. But yeah, this is just a really good film. But at number 1, you gotta have the masterpiece, Dune Part 2. Just, I got everything I wanted and a little bit more. Got that change. But yeah, it just was a great ride of fun. Can't wait for Dune 3. Pretty sure it's called Dune Messiah or something. But can't wait for that to happen. It's in the works. Can't wait for it. But let Dennis Villeneuve, or whatever his last name is, cook as much as he does. Let him get some more sauce. Give him unlimited sauce, and he will make something great. This like this. But that's just my ranking of the March films. Leave your ranking in the comments down below. And yeah, so thanks for watching, you guys. See you guys in the next video. And so